Alright, good evening everyone. Diablo Graves here, going back for more Virtue's Last Reward. The last time we played this, we started things off. We got through the first puzzle room, and we learned a little bit about how the bracelets work in this game. I'm still not quite sure what everything does. They kind of explain, okay, we have to go through some doors, and that'll let us go through some different doors. You can definitely tell that they have upped the complexity in this game over 999, and also they've kind of upped the colorfulness of the characters in this game, with guys in top hats and masked men and who knows what else we're going to run into. So yeah, let's just jump back into it. Alright, so yeah, last time we were trying to decide, okay, who we're going to go through a door with. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just start with Luna. She seemed like a nice enough person. I think we'll pair up with Luna and head to the magenta door. You guys good with that?
Sure. All right.
Then Clover and I will go with Alice.
As long as I get to go with Alice, I'm fine. I don't have any objections.
And these two presumably know each other.
We'll be going through the yellow door, right?
That means Dio, Quark, and I are doing the cyan door.
Stuck with a kid and some old fart. I can't see how this could possibly go badly.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and you'll pull your head out of your ass.
What did you just say?
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Yeah, it seems
9,
like not
8.
good time for
7.
arguing.
We need to hurry.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Okay, so it looks like they handled some of the movement for us instead of having to navigate the hallways ourselves. We just go right into the... I guess this is in one of the rooms. What is this
Didn't
place?
you see the door? It said this is the lounge.
Okay. Lounge, does that mean there's somebody living here?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much dust. Maybe there is.
So you got a well-used lounge right next to a big empty warehouse. What is this building for?
Beats me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Yeah. The one we came in, the one opposite it, and 2 more on the left and right. The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. Don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon.
I guess that just leaves us one option. No good. This one's locked too.
I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through. Maybe we can find one of the keys to the AB room in here somewhere.
Well, it's not gonna find itself. Let's go. So just jumping right into the puzzle area. So, I wonder... Can we look at is there a map? Log, save, flow, memo. Gate. we don't actually have a map yet. I was gonna say you could look at the rough outline of where everyone is headed, but no, we just got this little room here. Well, there's the safe, so presumably this is what we're gonna eventually figure out a passcode for. We've got these two doors. Oh, that's the door we came through. Sure, you go back in the hallway, everything's locked up tight. Can't get back to the warehouse. Alright, alright. Lighting fixture with a cover on it. There doesn't seem to be any strange thing about it. So, as usual, the lights do nothing. And these are boarded up, or bolted up. So we won't do anything with those. So we've got the safe here. We've got a cabinet with, what's this? A note. Looks like a page from a journal. View it in the archive. Okay. Is there anything on the other side? Aha! Southern Hemisphere. It's part of a globe. Okay. We'll do with that just yet, but, you know, we'll figure it out. Nothing on that shelf. Nothing else on this shelf. Okay. So... Bartender's journal. 3 customers came in today, a couple and their son. The father sat in the center with the mother on the left and the son on the right. When I came to take their order, they said the following. My wife likes the color red and I like white. My son has always liked ocean. My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. My mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green. One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. What? Okay. Ocean, blue, moon, green. So presumably they like, okay, hold on a second. I think maybe I need to find something else in the room that's gonna deal with that. Got some mysterious disc. Okay. What's this thing? Some kind of top. It's got the cones in the center. Yes, but look at the edges. It looks like part of a map. Could this be part of the Earth? Maybe. Northern Hemisphere. Okay, so we've got a Northern Hemisphere, a Southern Hemisphere. There's presumably 2 more of those. And I guess they go on this thing? Banana hanger? No. Of course, you never seen one? Well, anyway, it only looks like one. I think it's something else. We have no idea what it is after all. I would imagine that, like, you're supposed to assemble a globe or something. Seems like a perfectly normal table. What's wrong? Thought I saw a face in the stains and I got scared. Oh, okay. Some writing on the walls. RREDEMOR1. Some of them are black and some of them are red. RLRLOED. Wait. Are there letters here? Oh man. I think this game was not designed for people who have red-green issues. RLRLOED. Let me just write this down then. RLRLOEDI IMLIOONR. 20N. Is this kind of code? Wow, yeah, there are letters in red, but it's really hard to see them. Alright, well, I've written them down, so at least I should be able to remember what they are. This is something... This is presumably what unlocks the door. Yeah, maybe this thing is keeping the door locked. We find the key. Yeah, the key lives in the theory. We find a key that looks like it fits in there, and that should get us out of here. My guess is the key will probably be in here. Okay, I don't see anything else in these chairs. So that just leaves... let's check out this area first. Huh? Something behind this cushion. Ah, it's a magazine. What is it about? Looks like astronomy. Okay. Anything behind this cushion? She sneezed. Hey, come on, that was a real sneeze. It was dusty. Oh. Okay, found another hemisphere. Guess there's nothing else on this sofa. Oh, this has stuff on it. Oh, I see. Red, blue, green, black, yellow, sun, earth, planet, white, island, moon, okay, whatever. It's something to do, once we figure out the meaning of the code, we'll probably know what to do with this. 12 words on that range like the spokes on a wheel. Let's see here. Red, white, blue, island, green, moon, black, ocean, yellow, earth, sun, planet. Sure. That makes sense. How does he push this thing in the middle? I guess not. Probably shaped like the sun. There are 12 words written on it like wheel spokes. We'll raise, I guess, if we're going with sun metaphors. Sure. So I gotta remember that's there. And there's this magazine about astronomy. Lunar eclipses. The next lengthy lunar eclipse will occur at 4:50 p.m. on 12/31/2028. In other words, at 4:50 p.m. you can see a total lunar eclipse. 4:50 p.m. It's kind of difficult to see a lunar eclipse. Well, maybe you can see it during the day. I don't know about that. It's weird. Also, I believe this takes... I think they mentioned that it was December 25th, 2028 when we got kidnapped. So, it's like in a week from current day of game time. What's this thing? Some kind of sink? Not clever. If you get wasted, you can just... sure? Not what it's for. Icon counter above it, garbage. Yeah. Guess it's a drain, you pour leftover drinks down it. Okay. Countertop. Drain for disposing of drinks. We've got this thing. A button. Nothing happens when I push it. Probably need like a glass or something. Like these. Except I can't click on them. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got an empty glass. I think it can be a cocktail glass. There's nothing in it. Yeah, I noticed. Another one. 2 needles. Interesting. And an empty glass. What the screen is for. It doesn't look like it's turned on. Can you see a switch? No, nothing. Alright. Coasters, yes, where... So the glass that the alcohol is in goes. Details, details. Nobody's gonna try and pick you up and keep being so anal. What? I think you can pick them up. Huh? These coasters are attached to the counter somehow. Oh, okay. That's an odd thing to do with a coaster. So why? Who knows? Maybe they're part of a puzzle. Yeah, presumably. I'm guessing these things, if I can get to them. Bottle of alcohol island. And alcohol if it comes from an island. How interesting. Drink it. Yeah, who knows what's in these things. A lot of bottles here. I'd like to have a drink with me. Huh? really think this is a good time to be making a pass at someone. Yeah, it's really not. Just getting all nervous now. Bunch of bottles of alcohol. I guess there's another hemisphere. So I guess there's 10 of these. Blue, okay, blue, green, white, yellow, black, or red, planet, ocean, moon, sun. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of things. So, can we assemble this? Disk in a single hemisphere. Okay, do I combine the hemispheres first? Part of one, right? Region on it. I guess we can call it the northern hemisphere for now. Sure. I'll combine this with the other northern one. Okay, so that's most of the northern hemisphere. Now let's combine the southern ones as well. Combine these two? No. So the northern hemispheres won't really fit together with one another. Okay, so maybe combine with the disc and then combine this with this. Now we have a globe. If you look closely at it, I think it's actually transparent. Interesting. Well, I know what we can do with this. Put it here. Completed globe goes here. Yeah, just like this. Perfect. This is a globe. I don't know what I expected. Can you spin it? Can you do anything with it? I guess not. Huh. That changed something else? I guess not? Huh. I don't know, I sort of expected it to do something. Anyways. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with this is. Okay. One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. So... the father says that the son is like ocean. And the son says that he likes moon. So it has to be one of these two. But also, he says his father likes anything green, while the mother says... wait, no. He says the mother likes moon, while she says she likes planet. So, this guy must be lying, because he seems to contradict both the father, who says he likes white, and he says his father likes green, and he says his mother likes planet, and he says his mother likes moon. So either both of them are lying, or he's lying. So it seems like these two are telling the truth. So red, white. So son likes blue ocean, husband likes white island, mother likes red planet. So red planet on the left, red planet, white island, blue ocean. Combine these items. Okay, maybe I have to do planet. Okay, maybe I do this. This Y means maybe. Okay, hold on a second. I have an idea. Glass is full of liquid now. Looks like we made a cocktail. Okay, so... Hey, this thing lit up. Looks like it's made to light up when you put a cocktail on it. Let's try putting something in the coasters, right? So, I wonder if we can put some of these back, because we only need red, white, and blue. Okay, I guess you can, but whatever. Red planet, white island, blue ocean. Eh. Island, okay. With our powers combined. Don't drink it. Okay. Take this. Put it here. Coasters are red. It doesn't seem like anything else is happening. Red isn't usually good, is it? I think we did something wrong. Maybe they're actually supposed to go the other way. There we go. They're all blue. Does that mean I got it right? I think so. Huh? Oh, look. Something happened on the screen. I saw something like this before. Me too. Yes. There was one in your AB room. Yeah, I think so. I opened the safe back then. I should write this down. Star, star, sun. That's cool. I can remember it. Going to memorize it? Sure, no sweat. I've got a pretty good memory. Yeah, actually you don't need to memorize these. I'm realizing because, yeah, they'll just be here. Star, star, sun. So we go ahead and get that now. Sigma, so just one like it. Probably opens the same way. So that gets us our second golden file. Now we just have to get out of here. The globe still doesn't do anything. And, small LCD screen, the screen is glowing white. Okay. gonna do with this? Can't seem to click on it. The time we got said, what, 4:50? 1, 2, 3, 4. In between green and moon. I don't know what that means. We don't have any other glasses. Oh. That should have been pretty obvious. Yeah, these are the hands for the clock. Can I adjust them? Yeah, 450. One, two, three, 4, 50. About 450. That puts the short-handed green long-handed sun. Okay, green sun. What? No. It's gonna shine on the globe. Coming out of the center of the clock. It's pretty impressive. RLEDIMOON. Well, this says blue planet. Letters appeared on it. They say blue planet. And then the back, these changed to. Can't get them here. Do this. Globe is refracting the light from the clock. Yes, into 5 different rays of light. Only the one in the middle is red, though. What the hell does that mean? I think it's supposed to represent a total lunar eclipse. Don't you know what that is? During a total lunar eclipse, yeah, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. Doesn't mean the moon just disappears, you just can't see it. It reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. Oh. This makes it appear to be red. Ah, okay, yeah. Essentially what's happening is the moon is reflecting the sunset. The Earth's circle of light is supposed to be a total lunar eclipse. That's what you just said. Okay, so RLEDIMOON. I don't know what that means. REOILIRE. Blue planet. Red moon. Shining light on the wall. The one who sent us red. 5 seems to think that represents to a lunar eclipse. And then, so what do I do with this? I mean, if you take out red moon, you get you get lion out of the letters that are left. But I don't think there's a. I think a lion is one of these. Island, planet, red, sun, moon, yellow. Island, white, planet, red, sun, moon, yellow. Well, I guess we can put something else in these glasses. But what? Blue planet, red moon. What would lion be? There's island, planet, sun, moon. Oh, green sun, blue planet, red moon? Maybe? So, maybe we'll take these. Yeah, you don't want to drink something if it's like you don't know what it is. It's better if I just pitch it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have an empty glass again. So, green sun. Blue planet. Red moon. I guess they just go in order that we found them? Did I not pick it up? Okay, I didn't pick it up. Okay, yeah, that did it. It's green this time, which means it'll probably give us the means to get out of here. Yep, moon, sun, sun. Remember this Sigma? Leave it to me, I got it. Huh. Guess there's another password that can open it too. Yeah. So it would seem. Bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. Oh, cool. Now we've got the map. So we went this way. So it looks like what's going to happen. So we went through this door. Then there's the yellow door and the sand door. So it looks like if you go through this door, you go through here, we solve this puzzle, we go out into this room, and then we come around, I guess? I don't know. Whereas this one goes into this room, and then this room, and then goes out into this hallway. And this one goes into this hallway, and then this room, and then goes out into this hallway. So you eventually kind of all end up somewhere here. So once we get over here, I'm not sure what happens. But it looks like we all do eventually end up in the same area. This is floor A in the corner. Oh, there might be like another floor where this goes further. Yeah, we can take a close look at it later. There's still more stuff in here. I'll check the rest of it first. Right. Next we've got a card. 2 cards, actually. So, ambidex room cards. Yeah. So this is how we get the BP for the game. Now we can get into the AB rooms, yeah. Once we've got 9, then we can open the number 9 door and get out of here. At least that's what that rabbit said. Yeah. But how are we supposed to get back to the warehouse? That's a good point. That's where all the AV rooms are. So, I'm guessing there's a second floor or something that eventually loops back around, maybe? I don't know. The answer to that isn't safe. See, read this note. Really? Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I cannot keep you from going in and out of them. Any color of bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. Wait, really? How does that work then? But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you've solved the puzzle. I see. So, in other words, once we get out of here, we can get back to the warehouse. Right? Yeah, seems like it. That means this key here is the last piece of the puzzle. There we go, key found and saved. Which presumably goes here. And keeps the door locked. Put the key in. I keep telling you, you don't have to ask every single... I'm not asking you. I'm asking Luna. Oh, I'm ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yay, we did it. Another elevator, huh?
Do you think it works?
Dunno. Only one way to find out.
Hey, someone's coming.
It's like Alice, Clover, K.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Yep, so... they all solve their puzzle rooms and we all end up back here. What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prowl like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
Really?
Let me see the map.
So yeah, they solved a puzzle and went through here. They presumably solved a puzzle in one of these areas and also ended up here. Yep, all 3 routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
Okay, so infirmary, crew quarters, and lounge. Found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
I mean, maybe? We could also talk while we're on the elevator.
What the? Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Hawk, huh? Yep, won't budge.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
What? Oh yeah, the time left. It's like 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Looks like we don't have a choice then.
No.
We gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It's in a safe in the lounge. Right, I already read this. Much as you like. Chromatic Doors are like that too. So, once you open them... Okay, so presumably, any color bracelet can go through them, as many people as you like. You have to escape before you can take it. So presumably, now that we've all gotten through these first 3 doors, it sounds like anybody can explore this entire floor. Gone through it, the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you solve the puzzle. Right, so once you solve the puzzle, we've basically got this all right.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
So 6, 1 for each room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
Ah, so when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. Some of your favorite scotch.
Oh. Tempting, but I don't really think now's the time.
Well, hold on. Grandpa? So when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the Nonary game, and if Quark was calling Tenyoji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seemed to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy.
Also, 2 of us here are named after Greek letters. That doesn't feel like a coincidence.
As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want. You can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float?
But are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
What? That was a weird joke? I don't know what that was. So, we're back here. Here we go.
Oh, you're finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Ah, for... Yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, Theo. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Ah, forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier.
I still find it weird that Sigma isn't like... I guess he would be standing right here? Or maybe here since Phi is there? I don't know. It's weird, like, I guess maybe he's standing over here somewhere and, like, is watching them, but isn't watching the screen? I don't know. It's weird.
Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into these rooms, right? Look. We've got some keys for them, right here. K and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes. What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait, what's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
Game of betrayal, then.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way. And what's the nonary game? That refers to the whole enchilada. The nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The ambidex game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Theo?
You arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
K, Quark, and myself each gave 1 card to Luna, Alice, and Tim Yoji. We headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Phi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Yeah, I mean... looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head into...
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, okay.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? What? What? The hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. I found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Phi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. all that greeted us was... Oh. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen to her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody got Quark out of here.
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Isn't this the room that the masked man and Kay came out of? Or Clover? It's like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
Who is this? TOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her into the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tenmyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point. It was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, his movements slow and shuffling as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Maybe he knew her? I mean, they are both old. Or they seem kind of, yeah. Her body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed as if we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
Oh, right. He was in here before. So you think he used it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Okay. That seems to check out. Then I ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. Display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Next female, estimate age 65 to 75, diagnosis deceased, cause of death exsanguination, estimate time of death 3 to 4 hours, damage trajectory, weapon entered through 4th intercostal piercing heart. Weapon characteristics, wound margin clean continuous, 1 sharp, 1 blunt, cavity 150 millimeters, wound length 30 millimeters, wound width 3 millimeters. Based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a single sharp-bladed instrument. Like a knife? Stabbed with a knife. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet? Oh,
It
no.
means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
Yeah.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
Fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to.
Presumably.
I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone's just a part of the game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
What's that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
That is...
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
Presumably?
You see? Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Sr.'s plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Alright, well... we'll have to figure out who this mystery person is and who killed her later, I guess. Really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Huh? Wait. Vi, where'd you go?
Up here.
Up? Whoa. What the hell is she doing? You must be really desperate to get...
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to up here anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AV rooms.
Yeah, well... there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is...
This thing. Remember it?
the hatch.
Try opening it.
No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AV room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
I mean, maybe. You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
Still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Sr. is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
He's a rabbit.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you've entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period is finished. Well, looks like there's no going back now.
Astute observation.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old one?
Ugh! Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions? The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but...
Probably need to remember that.
B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game.
Oh god.
Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the Chromatic Doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the Magenta Door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too.
Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido.
Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be a lass.
Potassium, really?
And B.O. and Quirk's enemy will be Tenmeoldy.
You just really have bad punny names for everyone, don't you?
Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do
Is pick! Just pick one of those easy options. Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view.
Okay.
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they.
and you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
Somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
Okay.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
Uh-huh.
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP.
Boring.
Alright, so somebody had a lot of fun voicing this character.
We call this the why even bother outcome.
Uh-huh.
As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most.
You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you?
I mean, to be honest, you can stop this for a second. To be honest, because they just said this is the one that I want to avoid the most, I kind of want to do that one now. And unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to... yeah, unfortunately, we're all already in these buildings, so I can't tell the other ones, hey, let's all just pick betray just to piss off the rabbit. Oh well.
Oh, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too.
So we both get the points or lose the points.
The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess.
Yeah.
After all, it's almost time!
Right. Hey,
No.
wait.
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later. Have a nice trouble.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding. You really want me to betray Luna?
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over.
Is it?
So?
I mean... Do you know something we don't? Wait. What do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Just press the damn button!
You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Looks like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Or you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die.
Okay. So, it's the prisoner's dilemma. And the idea is that if we pick ally and the other person picks betray, we drop to 1, which puts us in a very bad situation. However, here's the thing. So, we currently have 3, right? Everyone else currently has 3, right? The idea is, okay, if we pick ally and they pick betray, then they go up to 6 and we drop down to 1, and then the others will have some combination of 3 or 5 or 6 or 1. Alright. Here's the thing. Nobody can get to 9 this round either, and nobody can die this round. Even if you lose 2 points, you still got 1 left. So, I'm thinking, yeah, I could pick betray, but if you pick betray the first round, because I get the feeling, I'm starting to remember a little bit about how this game works, and I'm pretty sure you end up playing this game like several times. I mean, you'd have to. There's no way you can get to 9 or to 0 on the first go round. And what I'm thinking is, like, okay, if somebody picks betray right off the bat, you're not going to trust them. So, like, sure, we'll get to 6, but then nobody will trust us again. So the people who got to 5, the people who decided to both pick ally, are going to be like, oh, yeah, we can trust this person, and they can keep going to 7, and then 9, and a lot of them get out. So, yeah, okay. Betrayal might get us some temporary gains, but I feel like in the long run, people are going to go, oh, this guy betrayed last time, screw him, and nobody's going to ever trust us again. So what'll happen is we'll get stuck at 6 points basically forever, because we're going to pick, you know, we're not going to pick ally, because people aren't going to trust us, so they're going to pick betray. So then we're both going to pick betray, and we're never going to get past 6 points, while the people who keep allying will slowly accumulate. That's... I don't remember if that's actually how these things turn out or not, but my initial thinking on this, no, it's not really better for us to pick betray.
That's what I meant.
1. Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
And I know she wanted us to pick betray, but you know what? I don't think that's the best option.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Temyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose ally.
Yeah?
Didn't you hear me?
I did.
I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen this round. Expect me to think anything to it? Well, I was able to because I can stop the game and think about it. It would have taken like half a second just to process what you'd said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity.
I mean, I just decided that your suggestion was a bad one. I don't know.
Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, Sigma, don't play dumb. Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a... Okay, Sigma, please. To be straight with you. It's whack. Like, hella whack. Some of the lines of this dialogue in this game are a little weird. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0, you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, you know, this is very much a game of trust, but if you can't even trust your own teammate...
Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there?
We're having an argument. You just hold your horses.
We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Huh? This time? Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Because we played 999, and, you know, we know how that ended, where to get to the actual ending, you kind of have to play through multiple rounds to, and you basically learn things that you know, weren't supposed to know. So I'm wondering if there's something weird going on with her. And this whole, like, and, you know, that would explain how she one, how she knows my name. 2, why she wasn't all surprised. And 3, why she knows about the whole 0 BP thing.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock!
Mm-hmm.
Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
Alright. Take it down a notch here.
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Uh-huh. So let's see what happened. We've got Kay and Clover, Betray, Alice, Ally, got Dio and Court, Betray, Tenmyoji, Ally, Sigma and Phi, Ally, Luna, Ally. So, sure, we could have had 6 points. They had 6 points and they had 6 points. Fine. But, because we picked Ally, see, here's what's going to happen. Because, I don't know if we get this group again, but like, this guy is not going to ally anymore. He's going to betray. Same with Alice. So this is what I was talking about, where it's like, oh yeah, great, you got 6 points now, but the next round, they're going to be like, nah, screw you, whereas we can get to 7 points and then 9 points. Well, I don't know necessarily that we're going to get the same people every time. They might force us to, like, pair up with different people. But, you know, eventually, if these all, you know, these guys aren't going to do anything but betray, right? These guys aren't going to do anything but betray because they don't want to lose their lead. So they're not going to get any more points. We eventually keep pairing up with Luna and just keep allying. We'll eventually get to 9 while the rest of them sit around. So, maybe this was actually the best option.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
Well, what 4 of us would have done, since apparently Phi didn't want to do that.
I believed in you and Phi.
When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tenmyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No! It wasn't me! Mr. Dio tricked me! He told me he'd pick Ally! He promised! That's why I let him do the voting!
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote.
Oh man, and there's no way to verify between either of them who did it.
You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, because I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
Okay. Hold on a second. Does this kid also know? Or is Dio, like, BSing us and he also knows? Because they haven't specifically said when you hit 0 BP you die. Nobody's... or the Zero has not told us this yet. So one of those two also knows something that they presumably shouldn't.
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
Well, okay, Dio, if you thought this was a bad plan, then why didn't you stop him?
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio!
I mean, let's think about this. Quark basically just said, okay, I'm going to stop and analyze this for a minute, because I have to figure out who's telling the truth here. It really seems like Quark's telling the truth, because if Quark's telling the truth, he trusted Dio to make the choice, right? That he would pick Ally, which was presumably the quote-unquote good option. If Dio is telling the truth, basically what he's saying is, Quark said he would pick Betray and be evil about it, and then they would have this whole setup. So why would Dio even say this, and why would he allow Quark to go along? Like, he basically still agreed to it, and he presumably could have stopped Quark from pressing the button. So, sounds to me like Dio's full of shit. And also, possibly knows something that he isn't supposed to, considering, again, they haven't mentioned the 0 BP thing. So that's 2 people now. Phi and Dio are both like, what's up with these two? They're both super suspicious right now.
You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Also, he's a smug bastard, so I'm inclined not to trust him regardless.
Grandpa! You believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be.
Oh, well.
Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man?
Wow, you just scream, I'm a bad person.
Keep an eye on him.
Because yeah, if he's really
It's
so
all right. I
untrustworthy, then
understand.
why did you let it happen?
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it.
So, maybe Kay and Clover just didn't trust Alice?
I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1.
Also, it's impossible to get to 9 in one round.
If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 DP?
Yeah.
That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round.
Okay.
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Oh, I see. so we can't reuse these cards. Presumably, if there's sun, moon, and star, like the symbols on the safes, then there's going to need 3 sets of cards. So we have to eventually keep collecting more cards and going through more puzzle rooms. That makes sense. Yeah, they got suns on them.
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
Mm-hmm.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where everybody just keeps going back and forth and you're losing points. After all, if there's nobody with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
I mean, in theory, if some people weren't asses, we could have all gotten to 9 in 3 rounds, and then we could have all just walked through the door. And it sounds like if somebody doesn't open the number 9 door, so if somebody who isn't an ass gets to 9 BP, they could also just wait for the others to get to 9 as well. But we've already seen that at least one person can't be trusted. Can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you.
Yeah.
There is one thing I see. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
Because if the person's dead...
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through.
It doesn't really check the
That doesn't
people.
necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
It's scanning the bracelets.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
Of course, you can only get... Yeah, you can't get the bracelets off.
No, yes!
Or rather, they do come
do
off.
Indeed.
When you die.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways.
Once you go through the 9 door.
The first is to get through the number 9 doors.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way?
Is it that your heart rate drops to 0?
Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep.
I wonder if you could do that trick where you stick a ball under your left arm, or under your armpit, and you can, like, temporarily make it seem like you don't have a pulse on your left, on the arm, well, not left or right, or whichever one you use. I wonder if that would work.
So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
And then Zero will be like, dang it, put it around their necks next time.
Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
I mean...
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
Yeah.
There. That's pretty clear, right?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be 10 Mjolnir or less. One or the other. Or... it might be both of them.
What?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why.
Because when your BP
Anyone
hits
whose
0...
BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles, yeah.
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, if I had been right, but how had she known before Zero told us? Yeah, it's almost as if
I
she's
see.
experiencing some kind of temporal nonsense that we saw in the first game.
Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What?
What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right?
I don't think that's true. Fi knew, and I think Dio may have also known.
Right, Fido?
Yeah,
Okay, so you are just straight up lying now.
I guess so.
Took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AV game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. Secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. Bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building, or if your heart stopped. Yeah, if your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you. Okay, so this is a recap.
One last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs.
Yeah, I saw
You already
those.
saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
Oh. So now I'm 5 pair. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
Okay, so now Clover is gonna be cyan solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Okay.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
Okay, so now Quark and Tenmyoji are on a team.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow.
Luna. Bulls. Yellow solo.
And it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Oh look, the 2 liars are on a team now.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change? Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random.
Why do I get the feeling it isn't?
No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again.
Well, I guess there's at least one bright side to this.
Did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that about sums it up.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
Well then.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, it looks about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. The hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. Anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete. I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. I witnessed an assassination? No. I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. But it was just the one time. And she was the one who went after me. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think the actual answer to that is no. I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in this nonary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I had been doing right before I was taken. Memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. Do you need a flashback? December 25th, 2028, early morning, California desert. Actually, it is getting kind of late here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call it this time. At this time. Yeah. So, next time around, we'll probably have to choose who we pair off with again, and I've written down who's got which numbers and or which colors and which settings. So I'll do some thinking about that. Definitely got a couple of people that I don't trust or seem very suspicious right now, so we'll have to figure out what's up with that. But I hope you're enjoying this. Like as I said, definitely would suggest giving it a shot for yourself, because I'm sure there's a lot of other options to be made. We can already tell, like, you know, the first game, I think we essentially had 2 choices to make at the beginning. Now we've essentially got 6 choices to make, because we could have paired with any of 3 different people, and then, you know, obviously you could have allied or betrayed, and who knows what happens based on the way things turn out. So, I don't know, should be pretty interesting. We'll definitely keep at it. I don't know if we'll be able to stream every night, but, you know, I'll try to get in when I can. And, yeah, so, hope you all have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.